everyone, this is Quinn Michael from Jack Turtle Studios, Channel 14, WNBI TV, where we're high on retro junk. We're back literally a day afterwards with more Tower of Druaga, because I really felt like playing more of this. It's like I didn't have enough pain yesterday. I didn't have a lot of time yesterday for the game. That's the real trick, you know?
Let me ruin you.
And Hobo Guy here isn't that cool. I should say hello to everybody in chat here. Also, figure out why my capture card is not capturing the game. And it would appear to be because somebody was cleaning in here. Not me, my brother. And he unplugged the cables. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. And the video cable. Hey, there it is. Alright, everybody. Let me say hello to everybody in here. We got some people in here who weren't here yesterday either, so we got... I might as well reiterate some stuff from yesterday about this game that might set the stage here. But first, let me say hello to people who have been in chat. Hobo Films just came in. Welcome in. Good to see you, man. KBX has been here. Awesome to see you as well. Digital Dax here. Nice to see you here. First time chat from Vay Victus. I know I've seen you on some other channels, so welcome in for the first time. I'm happy to see you. What else do we got here? I think Billy was here as well. Larkbart came in. Blast Action. Yeah, we got some of the regular crew in here. Nice. Nice. Very nice to see you guys, especially since I know I'm streaming off schedule. The schedule has been thrown out the window. I'm not doing the schedule right now because I needed a chance to reset myself. We're kind of just going by the seat of my pants. I stream when I have time, when I feel like it, and I have the motivation for it. And we stream what I want to stream. I will probably get back to God Hand and Final Fantasy IV at some point, but I really just needed a chance to do some stuff that would be fun for me. And this game, this game's fun for me, I'll say that. It's deeply frustrating in a lot of ways, but it's fun for me. So anyway, we got some people in here who weren't here the other night, so I might as well... We do a Namco Museum? Yes, this is the Namco Museum version. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to waste the crazy amount of time I did last time I did this, but let me just reset the game and I'll show you guys some, I'll show you guys the cool presentation since you guys weren't here. And that gives me time to give a little bit of a preamble as we get to it. I apologize to people who were already here yesterday. This will be quick. I'm not going to wander around the whole museum like I did last time, just showing everything off. As much as I would love to. But yes, Namco Museum Volume 3. Or as I think of it personally, this is Namco Museum featuring Tower of Druaga. Because Tower of Druaga is the star attraction of the third Namco Museum. Like, indisputably so. I know on the cover for the American version of the game, it kind of has Tower of Druaga as a footnote. But when you walk through the, when you walk through the museum in-game, when you watch the opening CGI cutscene, you see almost immediately that this is 100% a collection focused around Druaga. Everything else is just a bonus, frankly. All the extra material in here is related to Tower of Druaga. There's lots of little extra additions for Tower of Druaga. Like, it's something. Let's see this. Namco Museum 3 and Druaga. Here we go. But yeah, look, see, right here at the start, we have Druaga himself with the blue crystal rod that he's going to use to enslave humanity. And we have Gil right there. Adorable little Gil. Called Interface, might need to share. It's an 80s slasher where our villains are nerds who worship a big computer. I'm surprised I've never heard of that. Pac-Man. And yeah, see, the first game they show here on the collection is Tower of Druaga. And then everything else. This has several great games on it. Galaxian, Miss Pac-Man, Dig Dug. Like, good games are on here. Pole Position 2. Like, good stuff, good stuff. But we're here for Tower of Druaga, and we should jump into the game instead of spending a whole big preamble on it, because some people who were here yesterday already know what I'm about to go over. So let's just jump right into the museum mode. which, man, this game takes the term museum very literally. Also, the loading screen here, if you look there, you also have a cute little sprite of Gil running around, so more Druaga. Alright. Nah, I'm fine. No smoking in the museum. That's fine. So, this is the Namco Museum. Right over here, one of the first things you can see in the game is this very nice drawing of Kai from Tower of Druaga. That's the maiden you're trying to rescue. She becomes an important character in a lot of the later games. Baku Baku. We're going to walk very quickly over to the library. The theater is cool because you can find a lot of Namco characters in there watching the movie theater, but I don't want to spend a ton of time wandering around. I just want to drive home the point that this is a Druaga-based collection specifically. Like, let's go over here and look at the NG magazine covers here. Because this is the covers for issue 15 through 28. And if you look at these, they all have Tower of Druaga stuff on them somewhere. This is for... this art, I believe, is for Quest of Kai on Famicom, but that's still Druaga. So, not a small deal. Not a small deal in Japan at all. Namco really loved the PS1. Oh man, my gosh. I want them to make a new Namco museum that feels like this. Like, this is incredible. But yeah, if we go over here, I'm not going to click on these and show you all the stuff in here, but because we did that yesterday. Love the background music here. It's like city pop elevator music. It's really fun. But yeah, we got concept art for Tower of Druaga, design documents for Tower of Druaga, some more illustrations for Tower of Druaga. Like, it's all Druaga stuff. It's not for Miss Pac-Man, which... Granted, I don't think Namco would have access to those behind-the-scenes documents because that was made by Midway, not themselves. Not for Galaxian, although there is a few pictures of the crew working on Galaxian back in the 70s, which is cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop into the theater real quick. Flashing light warning for anybody who might have epilepsy, because, yeah. Anyway, this is fun because we can see people here from, like... This is the runner from Metrocross. That's an obscure Namco game. We got the ghosts from Pac-Man in the crowd. We have, I forget her name, but we have the Pal character from Pac and Pal. I should know her name, dang it. We got the whole Pac family here. We got a Puka from Dig Dug. Mappy's back here. I don't know who these are. I should because I recognize them, but I don't remember what game they're from. And then if we go down here, look into the crowd real quick, we can see Kai and Gil, Wonder Momo, Bravo Man's in there, Valkyrie and Xandra from the Valkyrie games. Hey Pete, welcome in. R.I.P. Miss Pac-Man, yep. In a way, Hobo's film, she is, Namco doesn't have the rights to use her. There was a bit of a legal bullshit thing that happened, and a completely unrelated American company actually owns the rights to her because they bought part of, like, Midway stocks or something. It's ridiculous. Anyway, this museum's great because every single one of the games here, you do get a little bit of interactivity with them. Like, I'll step into these little... I didn't do this yesterday, so I'll step into the, I'll step into here and show you guys stuff. Hey, yeah, Pete, welcome in. But yeah, see, you can step in here and like they give you like these really fun little interactive environments. Kotor versus Danny DeVito. That sounds like the match of the century right there. You're gonna go up against the Trash Man? Really? Pac-Man 2 reference? Maybe. Let's step here into Dig Dug real quick. See? You got a fun little look at some Dig Dug history in here as well. Like these Namco Museum collections on the PS1 are worth the price of entry just for the interactive museum portions. Like, you don't get this sort of stuff in modern collections of games. You're lucky if your modern collection of games contains this many games, and if your collection of games, you know, is presented to you with anything more than a simple menu, right? But this, you get a whole 3D environment to walk around in. You get like a full-on interactive museum mode. It's incredible. Now, we're here specifically for Tower of Druaga. So we're going to go into Druaga. We're going to look at this real quick. And again, you can tell the amount of love and care they put into this because this little area, the atmosphere that went into this section here is exquisite, and they included a lot of behind-the-scenes material here, like the instruction card for the game that tells you how to play, which it's in Japanese, so my gaijin ass can't read it, but I know how to play Tower of Druaga. Barebones Namco Museum PS1, yeah, is thick. It's a great collection. Like, I love this stuff. Over here, see Tower of Druaga board game. First fantasy board game using Namco's characters. Yeah, this game was huge. Like I told you guys yesterday when I was playing it, this game was a massive deal in Japan. It's unknown here in the West because we didn't get it, nor do I think Americans would have really understood it, if I can be frank. This is not a game that I think would have meshed with American sensibilities very well. I love that this little comic they have that like explains how the game works. This is fun. Again, if it seems like I'm speeding through this, it's just because we already did this yesterday, so... playing more again here. This is a little pop stand that they would put on the, arcade game so people could identify it at a glance, because... I believe this game was released in cocktail, format, which means that, it was like one of those little table arcade machines. We got a little, the PC board here, which is great, that PCB. Some buttons you could collect with the characters on them. Little keychain of Gil. Tips and how to play, which honestly don't quite get you started on the game. And then we go through this. Arcade Cabinet would be like a whole side of text to explain itself in the US. Literally, it's just too much. Here's the thing, the arcade in America, even though it was a place people hung out, it didn't have the same sense of community that Japanese arcades did. That was the only way this game was ever going to work. But yeah, look here, we can look up at Druaga himself. Standing up there. Let's see, how close can we get to him? Wow. There's none, let's get all up in his business, huh? Anyway, now let's go over to the arcade machine, which, yeah, that is a cocktail cabinet, alright. I played the Miss Pac-Man cocktail at a, it wasn't even an arcade, it was a music store in Fort Wayne called Sweetwater. In Sweetwater, I actually did play the cocktail version of Miss Pac-Man, and it was one of the versions that had the speed chip installed on it. And man, I don't want to play Miss Pac-Man any other way now, because that is the way to play Miss Pac-Man as far as I'm concerned, and it's so fun. I love it. Alright, so let's actually get into the game. And now that we have everybody here, we're starting the game. I will once again recount Druaga Disco, the latest from Hobo Records. Dude, I bet you I could find like a weird disco arrangement of the theme from like a laser disc or something from the era, like I don't know, cassette, laser disc, whatever formats they released it on. Because Namco was big. Shut up, you're going to shut up, you're going to jail. There you go. Best Batman quote ever. All right, let us start the game, and I will one more time run this over. The Tower of Druaga came out in 1984 in Japanese arcades and was an absolute phenomenon. Well, it's save files for the Namco Museum game. I used my save file because I've been playing it for a bit. Looks like I didn't quite save all my scores. Whatever, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, so game comes out in 1984 and is a bona fide success. How was this game made? It was made by Masanobu Endo of Namco, whose previous success was the highly influential shoot-'em-up known as Xevious. Some of you might be familiar with Xevious. Maybe you call it Xevious. Maybe you call it Xavious. I don't know. I call it Xevious. It's the one where the music's all like... I don't know how else to explain it. You can bomb things on the ground, fly around. It was one of the... It was like the first shoot-'em-up. That's what Xevious was. It inspired that whole genre. You would not have all the later stuff. There would be no Raiden. There would be no Truxton. There would be no R-Type. No Gradius. Like, without Xevious, that wouldn't exist. Batman Returns is what that's from. Right? Basically, Pie Faces walking. Man, I love Batman Returns. That movie's great. Anyway, yeah, so after he made Xevious, he then went on to make Tower of Druaga. And the idea behind this was he took a business trip to America, right? And while he was there, he was introduced to a little board game called Dungeons and Dragons. You have Xevious on your Switch. I was introduced to it on one of those old plug-and-play machines, which was a hell of an experience for me. It's also how I was introduced to Bosconian, which is another one of my favorites. Love Bosconian.
Dungeons and Dragons
anyway, yeah,
is a real
Dungeons
serious
and
problem.
Dragons, which is a real problem, as you see. Dunkus and Dagrons. So yeah. You played it back in the arcade? Nice. I did not. I've never seen the Xevious arcade machine. Duncan's and Connors McClouds. Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that. Anyway, so he was stuck on the idea of making an arcade role-playing game. And he started out with a prototype called Quest. That's what he was trying to work on. I'm adding new information here, by the way, for people who weren't, who were already here. I'm trying to make it interesting because I did a little bit more reading up on it before I sat down to play the game this time. So I'm not just recounting everything from my foggy memory. I am trying to keep you guys informed a little closer. But yeah, he worked on a prototype. It was the sort of game where you wandered around mazes and picked up keys to unlock doors and get treasures and whatnot. And it was alright, but he found that the role-playing elements actually held it back as an arcade game. So what he ended up doing instead was he stripped out the role-playing elements and tried to make it into what he referred to as a fantasy Pac-Man game. And that's kind of what led us to Tower of Druaga. And when this game released in Japanese arcades in 1984, it was a bona fide hit, like almost instantly. The game's cryptic nature, and it got players interested. They wanted to know, oh, how do we do this? Because at first it seems like a simple game where you just pick up the keys to unlock the doors to move to the next level, right? But no, there's actually several more esoteric things you have to do to actually finish the game. You have to do certain actions on each floor to make treasure chests appear that contain quest critical items. You have to collect most of those in order to finish the game. Every floor is different in what you have to do to unlock it. And the whole puzzle of the game, the riddle that was open to everyone in the arcade, was figuring out the secret of each and every of these 60 floors so that they could reach the top and kill the demon at the top. And again, it gets ridiculously cryptic. Like, you guys are gonna be like, how would you know that? And the answer is, you would either have, like, 1,000 people playing this game across Japan, trading tips and tricks, and eventually one of them lucks into it. Or alternatively, a year or two down the line, people would buy strategy guides. Although I think this game was beaten before the strategy guides came out. That was just a collaborative effort. Anyway, let me get the guide open over here, because y'all know me, I don't play games with walkthroughs. Except for this one. I play this game with a walkthrough. And you all are going to understand why as we play it. Those of you who were here yesterday, you already know why. But I'm going to walk you through this because, as far as I'm concerned, this is actually one of my favorite, like, arcade games. Like, I love this game. Drives me insane. I get really frustrated at it fairly frequently, but it is one of my favorites. Now, if the strategy guide would please open. Super Xevious on Famicom is also like this. I wouldn't be surprised if Super Xevious took inspiration from that. No, walkthrough, you'll never make it as a game journalist. I do not use those. Batman Returns is a great film. As a kid, you saw it in theaters. You're glad it's receiving more appreciation. Many people left theaters puzzled for seeing it. It's a weird movie. I won't say it's not a weird movie, but it's a great movie. Like, I thoroughly enjoy Batman Returns every time I watch it. Also has a kick-ass Konami beat-em-up on the Super Nintendo. Beverages is a great film. Not what I said. Batman Returns is a great film. Speaking of, these aren't beverages. This is just water. It always has been. Looks fucking hilarious when I drink it, though. Anyway, no, I don't want Google.com to access my location. Fuck off. I just want to get to my guide. Because I need this guide. And again, for those of you who are going, what do you mean you need a guide? Wait, it's just water? Always has been. Yeah. I'm sure at least some people not familiar with this game are wondering, why do you need a guide? It can't be that bad. Oh, it's that bad. it's that bad. Beating this game back in 1984 was about, like, thousands of people playing the game at once, taking notes, trading tips with each other, stuff spreading by word of mouth, so people would learn how you unlock everything on each thing. Batman Returns to Good. This is kind of what Batman's supposed to be about. I think it works, honestly. It's a good balance of dark and humor, because the film has some funny parts. Okay, here we go. And if you're doubting this was a huge success, no, this got releases to every platform imaginable back when this game came out. This was on a bunch of Japanese computer systems like the Fujitsu FM7, Sharp X1, Sharp X68000, the MSX. It got a Famicom release, that's the Nintendo for us Americans. It got a Game Boy release. It even got a PC Engine remake. Like, game's big deal. And it was highly influential, because without this game, we would not have The Legend of Zelda. That's like the big one right here. But we wouldn't have all the other action RPGs as well. You know, think of your favorite action RPG. Secret of Mana. Illusion of Gaia. Ys. Dragon Slayer. Hydlide for the weirdos in the chat, right? None of that exists without this game. And if you think I'm pulling shit out of my ass, I remind you all from something I said yesterday, there's literally an interview that you guys can read. It's online. It's on shmuplations.com. There's an interview between Masanobu Endo and Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Super Mario Bros., where he talks about playing Tower of Druaga and thinking it's super cool. And there's way too many similarities between this and Legend of Zelda for it to be a coincidence. So, yeah, this game is where a lot of this shit starts. Like, if you like your action RPGs, you kinda owe a debt of gratitude to this specific game. It's a big deal. And with all that said, let me get the walkthrough open, because oh boy, this game. Alright, so in another time, in another world, the blue case. Okay, it went away. Basically, what you need to know is that there's a demon named Druaga. He's at the top of the tower. He stole a maiden and a tool known as the Blue Crystal Rod that he's going to use to enslave humanity. We are the brave knight Gilgamesh, also known as Gil, who's going to ascend the tower and, well, slay the demon, because that's what heroes do, right? Miyamoto retcons to Druaga mentions, oh, I was walking outside in a forest or some shit and decided to make a new game. Well, here's the thing. It can't just be one. Like it's not just... Inspiration comes from a variety of sources. I say this as somebody who has been openly inspired by many things on my own projects. It's never just one thing. I believe Miyamoto when he says he was walking outside in the forest. What he specifically said, by the way, was that he wanted to recapture the experience of being a young kid and exploring, like, the forest outside, because he used to do that when he was a kid. And there were less forests by the time he was an adult because of Japan's rapid modernization through that era. But he wanted to recapture that experience. But also, the mechanics of the game for Zelda, not only was Druaga definitely an inspiration just by looking at it, Miyamoto had admitted in the past that he also played and enjoyed the Ultima games. And if you look at Ultima and Zelda side by side, well, Ultima's more of an RPG with, like, actual turn-based battles and whatnot. Because of how influential Ultima is, basically inventing the idea of an overworld in an RPG for one, you immediately see that correlation as well. It all comes together. It's never just one thing that inspires you. It can be many things. That's how inspiration works. Anyway, let us begin our quest up the tower. And it starts very simple. So, we appear on a maze that is 3 screens wide. It scrolls. This is built off the Super Pac-Man hardware. And also used some of Mappy's hardware as well to get the scrolling effect. So it's actually kind of a combination of those two games in terms of the tech that's powering it. Your goal for each floor is to find the key that unlocks the door to escape, but there's a secondary, more important goal for each stage, which is to figure out the secret method to make the treasure appear for that floor. And on this first floor,
You are
That
too
method
drunk.
is to kill 3 green slimes. The game never hints at how any of this is solved. None of this is ever hinted at. You were supposed to figure this out by trial and error. But, you know, killing 3 slimes is something a player is likely to do in the average course. This was a bad map to roll right off the bat. Because everything's so far away from each other. You know what? I'm actually going to reset this because this is a shitty map, and I want to get like a better start on things. Wouldn't be able to do that in the arcade. But that is a... yes, Queen, Highlander. I love Highlander. Alright, let's try this again. This is better. There's more slimes nearby. An arm of the theme from yesterday. Oh, yeah. This song will get stuck in your head. But yeah, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kill 3 slimes. Which, again, is something a player is likely to do when they're playing the game for the first time anyway. Like, this is easy. This is something you can figure out. My only problem right now is how fucking slow I am. The key literally at the... Yeah, it's at the ass end of the dungeon. Hold on. I'm probably gonna die before I get this just because we're gonna run out of time and it's gonna start, sending in those will-o-wisps. This is a better stage than we had before, but it's still not great. One of the things that does screw people over the first time I start this is that they don't understand how the attack works. You actually hold down the button. And the will-o-wisps start spawning here. One of them is probably gonna kill me before I get to the treasure. That blue one. I'm scared of that blue one. Okay, we might actually still be able to make this. Hold on. Alright, we got the pickaxe, which I can use safely once per floor. There we go! First stage beaten. That is how the typical stage of Tower of Druaga works, but now they start getting more and more cryptic as you go up. Although the second floor, it's still pretty easy. Here, you just kill 2 of those black slimes. I was actually reminded of this yesterday by somebody in the audience. I forget who said it specifically. But, the treasure chest always spawns at your starting position, so that's something to keep in mind. There we go. There we go. And now the game gets a lot more fun. Yeah, were you guys getting tired of how slow the game was? Because I was. But on the second floor, you do get your speed boots, which you want for this game. Anyway, now we're moving faster, we can move to the next floor. About to say... This next one is a healing potion. It's not necessarily the most... It's not the most necessary item, but it's fun to have because it's basically an extra life. To get this, we just have to kill one of the 2 blue knights. Whichever one it is random. Alright, so it's the other blue knight. Now, killing blue knights, you have an invisible energy meter. And certain tough enemies will drain that. You will get items later on that increase your energy. But it's a bit of a crapshoot whether or not you'll have enough energy to kill things. So you got to be conservative with those knight enemies specifically, because they'll drain your energy and they'll kill you if you're not fast enough. It's like East combat with no knockback. You've never played East. I mean, East was definitely something I took an inspiration from it. Alright, there we go. I'd say it's closer to Lagoon's combat, if anybody here has played Lagoon. Alright, I think this... Okay, floor 4. This is just passed through the door without getting the key, so hold on. Oh, that wizard nearly cheap shot me. I really don't like the wizards in this game, just for the record. Alright, we passed over the door, so that should have made the, Yep, it made the chest spawn. You can now go grab the key. This bell is not entirely necessary either, but it's useful. Because it rings... Asshole. It rings when you, yeah, Zoom Lagoon on the, Sharp X68000. Well, I have the item already, so I don't have to do anything else. I hate those wizards. Although, those wizards are a great example of something Zelda stole directly from this game. And Any of you who played the 2D Zelda game should remember the annoying wizard robe enemies. Oh, right. Okay, I died though, so I should be able to use the pickaxe safely. Okay, awesome. Here we go. Have you played Soul Blazer? I played a little bit of Soul Blazer, and yeah, that's another game that definitely took inspiration from this. Soul Blazer was actually made by several ex-Falcom employees, same people who worked on the East games. Okay, for this one, I believe, yeah, we have to block 3 spells from a wizard while moving. Which, isn't the hardest thing to do. It's actually way harder when you have to start killing wizards to get things to pop up later. Oof. There we go, we got our sword. Now we just gotta get the key and get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, but see, your shield's not just for show. That shield has a purpose. And fun fact, when you have your sword out and your shield to the side, your shield still blocks the side that the shield's held at. So it's a little tricky, but you can still defend yourself while attacking. It's just not easy. Alright, let me quickly scroll down here to see what floor 6 is, because I do forget. Touch the top outer wall. It shouldn't be impossible. Gotta watch out for those Black Knights, though. Oh! Damn, wizard. Yeah. Welcome to the Tower of Druaga. And these ones shoot fire, by the way, which stays on the screen for a little bit. Which is amazing, because it's a great way of wasting your time. Bastard nearly shot me in the ass. There we go. Wizard, gizzard. Hey, we got an extra life. There we go. Alright, now we got the silver pickaxe. Now, here's where things get a little counterintuitive. How do you get the silver pickaxe to show up on this? You have to break your current pickaxe. But there you go. Normally, you wouldn't want to break your valuable item, but here, to get the better version of it, you have to break that item. Now, this gives us, basically gives us 1 safe usage of the pickaxe before we pick up the treasure chest, and it'll give us an extra safe use of it after we pick up the treasure chest. It gives you technically between 3 and 5 times of using it, but the amount of times you can use it is actually random for each floor. Fuck! Okay, power potion. This is simple. You just have to move off the position you're in, and like the row you're in, and like draw your sword. That was an easy one to get. Now we just have to get out of here alive. And these wizards will not make it easy. Here we go. Breakable pickaxes. They stole that from Minecraft to become for being banished to Shadow Realm. I mean, to be fair, I play Minecraft. I like Minecraft. I've been playing it with my friends fairly frequently lately. Alright. So that's floor 8. Floor 9. We're making decent progress here on our first life. We don't need the item here. This is the Potion of Energy Drain. You do not need this. It's a bad item to pop up. There's a specific couple of coordinates on the top of the screen that you pass through and it'll unlock the chest. This is an item that under no circumstances do you want. Damn it! Stupid ghost. Well, there's our first life. Luckily, this is not a game with limited continues. To continue, you just hold down the action button and then press start. And it'll let you continue from any floor you've already done. And that's in the arcade version too. That's not a home console edition. If you had extra quarters to spend and you wanted to take another shot, Namco was willing to let you take that shot. Like they wanted you to put as much money into this thing as you wanted. You just had to, be willing to pony up the cash. Alright. What? Fuck those. Let's start the Namco stage select. A little bit, yeah. Oh my gosh. Notice how I'm not even trying to get the treasure on this particular floor. Because the treasure on this floor is evil. I'm just trying to collect the key and get the fuck out. Damn it! Dragon Spirit, Dangerous Scene, Felios. Those are all good games. Alright, here we go again. Always remember to hold down the action button before you press start. Otherwise, you'll restart the game. Which I did do to myself on a previous run once. Okay, the key's that way. Of course, they put me so far away from the key this time. You do have a wizard that breaks walls with its magic, though, so that could... Chess Ghost. Yeah. So here's something to consider, guys. The game isn't just trying to have you solve its cryptic puzzles. It's also trying to have you solve its cryptic puzzles while you deal with all this bullshit. Like, even without the cryptic bullshit puzzles, this is not an easy game. In the slightest. Fuck you! Ah! Anyway, my ultimate goal is to at some point actually beat this game. I would like to get up all 60 floors of the tower and finish the game. Oh, sure is nice of them to trap me in here. Come on, we almost got this. Do not. Whew, that was close. Alright, we cleared it. We're on the floor 10. All we have to do here is block a spell from a red slime. Because, yeah, the red slime shoot spells. The key's this way. The door's over here.
Yeah!
Trying to decide whether or not to let those ones be the ones I block, or if I was just gonna get the key. I'm gonna get the key here. Alright. There we go. Awesome. There we go, we got the power gauntlet, which we're going to need to get a more important item later on. Alright, we have made it to floor 11, so that's the first 10 floors done. This one we just have to touch the bottom outer wall. Oh, they made that easy for me. Yeah, it says touch the bottom outer wall. Hold on. I'm definitely doing that right. Hold on. There we go, what the heck? Well, there we go, I got the candle. Whoa! Oh, that was close. Now we just have to get the key and get out. Alright, floor 12. This one's easy. Okay, we have to make a white wizard appear in the bottom row. So, we gotta get down to the bottom row first. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's about right. we go. Now, something else cool. You'll notice that your high score gets reset, right? Right? However, dang it. When you beat the floor you're currently on, you get your high score back. So the game actually keeps track of if you're still playing the game and lets you keep building a high score. Which is way more lenient than 90% of games from the era. Fucking no. That's not cool. That sucked. Come on, the key is right there, and the goal is just get a white wizard to spawn in the bottom. That is child's play. And of course, there's a... this game... Here we go.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
I sure did. Hey, there we go, we got it. What? Bullshit. Well, at least I got the treasure. I don't need to worry about getting anything else. Fucking... Really? Just let me have the fucking key. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright. So now we need the shield on floor 13. We pass through the door, then defeat every enemy. Ah, this is our first big roadblock. Because the enemies we must defeat in this level include... It includes these wizards. And these wizards are absolutely horrible. Could have killed that one right there. Ah! Okay, we got one of the wizards. That's good. What? Stupid blue slime. Okay, we can't believe that's been ported to Switch all this time. Gauntlet. I think Gauntlet might... No, you know what it is? I can tell you why Gauntlet hasn't been ported. Because Gauntlet's owned by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers literally does not give a shit about any of the classic game series they own outside of Mortal Kombat. They will not bring back any of the other classic arcade games they own. Because David Zaslav hates you. They occasionally, sometimes, revive them. There was a Gauntlet revival a couple years ago. You can buy it on Steam. They also did a shitty new Rampage arcade game based off the new movie, which the movie was fine. I liked the Rampage movie, but the game is a single button experience, which should tell you the depth it has. Shallower than your typical kiddie pool. Come on. Damn it! Care about anything about my 600-pound cake. They're stupid. But yeah, Warner Brothers, by the way, owns everything from Midway, everything from classic Atari arcade games, which is where Gauntlet was from, and everything made by Williams Electronics, which includes stuff like Joust and Sinistar. If you've ever wondered where these classic arcade games have gone and why we're not seeing them anymore, there's your fucking answer. Fuck. Like literally, if there's an arcade game you're trying to figure out why it's not on Switch, ask yourself, is it a Midway game? Is it an Atari game? Like, Atari Arcade specifically. Is it Williams Electronics? If the answer to any of those is yes, then you're ready for pain. You're ready for suffering. Fuck. Then billionaires get offended by emulation. Yep. Warner Brother owns everything but the kitchen sink. Kinda feels like it. So, yeah, there you go. There's your answer to a good chunk of games. Why is Joust not on anything? Why is Sinistar not on anything? Why is Robotron not on anything? Why is Primal Rage not on anything? Why is Pit Fighter not on anything? I'm just picking stuff off my head. Seriously. What happened to Hydro Thunder, you know? The answer is quite literally Warner Brothers owns it. That's all it is. Warner Brothers owns it. They bought DC after it went out of business. Not DC. They bought Midway after it went out of business, and own all the rights that DC had bought. Not DC. I keep saying DC. Midway, because Midway had bought Atari and Williams. Just Briefly, the day blew up with Fantastic Hydro if you get the chance. I would love to see it if I could get the chance, dude. I just don't think I'm going to. I would love to go out and support that film because I think we need more traditional animation. We need more cartoons, actually. And more cartoons that are something kids can go watch, frankly. That's something I've noticed, guys. This actually concerns me a little. Have you noticed how there is less and less of a safe space for kids to hang out anymore? Have you noticed how things are just being more and more geared towards adults? Because I have, and I don't like it. Plus, a lot of the cartoons that are being made for kids nowadays are kind of terrible, you know? And I know I might be getting conspiratorial here, but I don't think it's entirely an accident. I'm not saying Looney Tunes is for kids necessarily either, by the way, because obviously the original cartoons weren't made for kids. One of my favorite Porky Pig bits is him swearing, you know? But, like, it's a thing I've noticed. There's just not as much, like, kid-safe entertainment anymore. And if it is kid-safe, it's something really stupid, you know? Not even any thought put into it. Well, I killed the wizard, but he killed me. It was a good mixture of families and adults solo. That's good. Little ones like Steven Universe. I enjoyed Steven Universe, but you gotta remember, that cartoon's, like, almost a decade old at this point, you know? We are in the year 2025. Steven Universe is not new anymore. Doesn't mean like yourself, so I watched it. I watched it with my sister. Fully a grown adult sister, I should mention, by the way. We both watched it. We liked it. It was fun. But the amount of good quality kids cartoons are just not... It's just not there anymore. And I mean, not just that, but for, like, kids entertainment in general. Like, there's a reason they call it the Cocomelon generation. There's a reason they call it the Fortnite generation, because it's all these kids play, because it's the one space they get funneled into now, you know? And if I may be a little judgmental here, it's partially because we live in a country... We live in a country full of adult children. Adults who do not want to be adults and just want to act like children for their lives. And I know that's rich coming from somebody sitting on Twitch playing an old arcade game. I'm just calling it like I see it. People don't want to take care of the kids anymore. They don't want to take care of the youth anymore. That's not their problem, you know? Parents don't want to take care of their own kids anymore. I'm not calling out any parents in the audience. I'm just saying, again, this is something I see. It's a thing. People don't want to grow up anymore. I think that's a problem, personally. Also part of why we have a bunch of terminally online, permanently offended losers, because they never got maturity. Yeah, Warner Brothers, we've we got into that topic, Jago. You just got here, by the way. Welcome in. But, we're on the topic of Warner Brothers right now because Blast Action earlier asked why Gauntlet isn't on the Switch. And the answer is Warner Brothers owns it. And they don't care about anything in their back catalog outside of Mortal Kombat. And even then, the last Mortal Kombat lost them money, so I'm not sure how much they value that right now. There's reason they're pumping the latest Mortal Kombat full of all these different cameos. Touch grass and get off social media. I went outside and touched grass. That's something I did today. I went down by the pier and just hung out there. There were a bunch of swans on the lake. It was cool. I only came back home because A, it was getting late, and B, my phone was at like 10%, and I was like, yeah, I don't want this to die while I'm not home, because then I have no way to contact anybody if I need to. Oh no! I started the game over! Shit, okay, well. Oh well. Nothing I can do about that. I was paying attention to chat, not my game. Starting from ground zero. They put the key on the whole other side of the map, didn't they? Picking up the trash out of the yard count? Sure. Be a second later this year, you can hope it's as good as MK Annihilation. I'll be honest, I think it's the guys in charge of Warner Brother having an open contempt for the past. They have an open contempt for things that they didn't make. I don't know how they got that far, but suffice to say, I don't think the people in charge of Warner Brothers are in their right minds. I think they're potentially mentally ill, if I may make that judgment. Because there's no way somebody in their right frame of mind would sit on all the stuff they have and then insist on losing money. Like, this is insanity. Managed to get out of there without getting killed. It's good. Gotta pick up at least once a week. Nah, you should do that. They're incredibly incompetent. I don't even know about that, man. I'm not even sure it's incompetence, because a lot of it seems like willful malice. Like, they know they have all these beloved properties that people love and would be willing to pay money for, but they don't want to do that, because that's the wrong thing for the crowd. You ever hear the corporate saying that the audience doesn't know what they want until you give it to them? Because that's not just like a thing that somebody made up. That's genuinely how a lot of people think. Yes, exactly. They do have people like that, Jargos. This is a weird thing to be talking about when we're playing a Namco video game, by the way. I'm playing a Namco game, we're talking about Midway and Atari and Warner Brothers. Not that I'm complaining. Welcome back, Billy. Namco has these people in their midst too. Oh yeah, no, I've seen it. Namco's been making plenty of boneheaded decisions on their back too. I love a good rant. They do. I know it. What the people crave. Until you give it to them. Start with you reminiscing about Gauntlet. We don't have a problem with. I was happy to answer that. By the way, one of the Namco games I'd like to play on here at some point was directly inspired by Gauntlet. I'd love to tell that story at some point. Okay, is this one where I touch the top wall? No, is this one where I block the wizard spell? I should pull up the guide and check, but whatever. No, there'd be more wizards on this one. Oh, what was the trick for this floor? No, Billy. No. Gauntlet Stars is a good game. Yeah, that's the one that like came out on Steam and whatnot, right? Oh, it's passed through the door. This is the door. Okay, I gotta find the door. Well, that's a bitchy pattern. Hold on. Gonna have to break this wall so I can pass over the door. I guess since I've already passed over the door, I can pick up the key, so I can get that when I come back. Gotta keep an eye out for that wizard. Run all the way back here so I can pick up my treasure, because I need that. Go, got the bell. You're gonna want the bell. Make our way back down to the door. And get the hell out of here. There we go! Take a quick shower, don't worry. No worries, dude. Showers are good. Wizard, what fuck? Alright. But yeah, no, I want to play the Valkyrie games on here at some point. Those are great. Those are more Namco games that had a bigger footprint in Japan than they did here. Okay, this is the floor where I just have to block the wizard spell while I'm walking. Or get shot in the ass by the wizard, sure. Got excellent commandos and doing more missions before they went defunct. That's not why they went defunct, Billy. I don't know what you think is boneheaded about selling tomatoes. That's far from the weirdest thing Gynax has sold. I'll tell you that for free. You know, just go get the key. Fuck! I thought the wizard was gone. Like Larkbark is listening naked. Oh man. No! Oh! Ah! Stupid wizards. There we go. Ah! There we go. Floor 5. This is, we're on floor 6. Here we go. Top outer wall. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, we started right there. That's excellent. Alright. Now for the key. Or I could walk right into the flame and reset the whole puzzle. Glad WWE never got a hold of Konami. Yeah, Konami just fucked themselves over for a few years. For like a solid decade. They've kind of dug themselves back out now, though. I used to be the biggest Konami hater, but frankly, they've been doing good lately. Like, beyond just making new games, like they're producing new games for people to play, and that's awesome. But they're actually treating their employees with some level of respect. Like, they raised their employees' salary. That is not something old Konami would have done. I'm just making sure that I don't get my hopes up too far, because I don't want it to get down a few years and find out they're doing the exact same thing they did previously. Hopefully they learned their lesson. We'll see, though. But yeah, for right now, I'm out of my Konami hater phase for now. I am willing to support them again after all these years. Oh yeah, break the copper pickaxe. That's easy. Here we go. The silver. Okay, so that might affect their pachinko. Funny enough, their laws actually changed before Konami went all the way into pachinko. Because part of the reason they, So the laws about gambling in Japan, what changed was that it was legalized, essentially. Because the way pachinko worked previously was, very sketchy, to say the least. Move to room column is different. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, Konami games. Well, I mean, Konami's always made, like, good video games. I've never argued that. Some of my favorite arcade games of all time are Konami. Some of my favorite video games are Konami. Like, y'all know I'm a giant Castlevania fan. I also love Contra. Like, they're a good company with... Well, not good company. They're a good collection of devs, I guess is the best way to put it. They were. Nowadays, they have to, farm out development to other studios because they fired a lot of their devs, but they're making a comeback. I've seen some people upset with the direction the new Silent Hill game is taking. I am personally kind of interested. Oh, Blast Action. Love those games. There was Pachinko Mafia, basically, partially. So the way it worked back before gambling was legalized in Japan was you would go into the you go into the parlor, right? You would go, Ah, dang it! Come on. You go into the parlor, right? And you do your little gambling thing. You get those little pachinko balls as your reward. And what you would do is that you would not go and exchange it for prizes, all right? You would not go and you would not go and exchange these for like your money. You would go to the counter and exchange it for a prize, like this suspiciously big plushie, right? And it's like, well, I don't want this plushie, but there's a pawn shop conveniently next door that you can sell the plushie to for a certain amount of cash. And then you come back next week to the pachinko parlor, and hey, that plushie you used last week that you sold to the pawn shop is back in the pachinko parlor. You beginning to see how this works? That's how they got around gambling being illegal for many years, was by going, well, technically we're not exchanging it for money. It was a legal loophole. Then the government got involved and legalized gambling, but legalizing gambling made it taxable, which suddenly made it far less profitable for a lot of companies. SNK actually pulled majorly out of the gambling business compared to what they were doing before because of these laws. They didn't pull it entirely. There's still pachinko machines being made by SNK, but there's significantly less of them than there were before. And coincidentally, or maybe not coincidentally, SNK has stopped referring to themselves as a pachinko company. Now, that's not to say SNK doesn't have its own problems. It's owned by the Saudis right now, so that's its own whole wormhole. But, yeah. That's how gambling worked for a long time. And Konami actually started getting hardcore to pachinko after those laws went into effect. They're owned by Arika, which is who's done gambling. They actually went back into it after they escaped Arika, Jagos. Like, they escaped... I think, also, it's not Arika. You're thinking of Aruze. You're thinking about Aruze, and after they escaped from Aruze, they actually did jump back into pachinko hardcore for a while. That was where the era of SNK calling itself a pachinko company came from. Like outright, the president of SNK would straight up say, yeah, the second one, the way you spelled it there. The way they explained it there, they would outright tell people, we are not a video game company, we are a pachinko company. They even outright told, they said this in an interview once, where they said that they wanted to turn their video game fans into pachinko fans. I don't know what I'm supposed to do on this floor. Hold on. Are we on floor 11? We're on floor 10. Oh, we're on floor 10. Hold on. I gotta go back a page. What's the goal here? Block a spell from a red slime. Okay. Need to get into a spot where blocking a spell from red slime is actually even possible. Here's a good spot. Do it. Do it, you punk. Come on. Ah, the black knight found me. Come on, I'm right here. Fuck. So, yeah. Can you guys tell I'm like a big nerd about all this stuff at this point? The fact that I know all this shit offhand. Go. So here's some of the crazy history. 2 bankruptcies, a buyout, pachinko gambling, and somehow they got back in gaming and became the cousins of Capcom. You can't make up these histories. No. The fact that they're still around, that's the crazy part about SNK, is that they're still around and it still has original members from the team still on it. Like, after that sort of a history, the fact that they're still around is incredible. Oh my gosh, will one of these dickwads shoot me already? Ah, no! Fuck! Hold on, we gotta go back a floor. I'm gonna have to kill myself. Oh, the main character Chen on game will come. That would be amazing. They are making a they are making like a Samurai Showdown RPG, like an action RPG. That is something they confirmed they're working on. Which, as a fan of Samurai Showdown, I'm interested in that. Balls for snacks, cigarettes, and even vouchers at the supermarket. There's yeah, it's a weird history. That's all I can really say about it. Anyway, I gotta go back a floor because I screwed it up. Luckily, I don't have to restart the run. I just have to game over and then make sure I go back to floor 10 instead of floor 11. And then we have to get back to what we were doing there. Come on. I'm right here. Do it. Fuck. One of you dumbasses show up here and zap me already? Fuck's sake. There we go. For 10, we gotta go back to floor 10. Alright, and we have to block a spell from a red slime. That is literally all it takes to make this stupid thing show up. Of course, it's all the way down there. That's the wrong way, dumbass. Thank you. And goodbye. This is reminding me of Gauntlet. I don't think this one ever influenced Gauntlet personally, but I can kind of see that. Gauntlet is kind of the big comparison I can make here, because Gauntlet was the American kind of arcade RPG, you know? That one was multiplayer, though. Again, I need to play Legend of Valkyrie on here sometime, because that was going to be Namco's answer to, it's going to be Namco's answer to Gauntlet back then. Alright, we're back on floor 11. Touch the bottom outer wall. Oh, you're going to make me work myself all the way down there, huh? Stupid wizards. Alright, time to get the hell out of Dodge. Alright. Make a wizard appear in the bottom row. We can do that. Where's it gonna spawn me, though? That's the first question. Oh, okay. Awesome. What? Alright, we'll keep going. We got the treasure chest already. Alright. Floor 13. Pass through the door, then defeat every enemy. This is the pain in the ass one. Again, this is the one that's always the first roadblock, is floor 13, which that's kind of appropriate, ain't it? Floor 13 being the first big problem floor. Because to get the treasure here, we have to pass over the door and then kill every enemy. We're okay to kill some of the enemies before we pass over the door, but not all of them. We passed over the door. Now all I have to do is kill the, No, don't appear there. No, not up there either. Come on. That's too far. Yes! I should have made it appear. Let's find out. I'm glad we did that, though, because that one usually takes me forever to do. There we go! Nice! Alright. Oh, this one's a little tricky. So to do this one, we have to wait until the timer reaches 5,000. Once we do that, we should be fine. There we go. Fuck you! The wizard got... Are you serious? The... Have a good Druaga. Hey! Hobo Films, thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. Why did the wizard pop up to nail me right as soon as I got that? Seriously. Like, he didn't wait a single second to nail my ass after I got that item. There's the key. Ah! Fuck. These orange wizards can shoot through walls. Just a special family trick they all know. I played Mystic Quest. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the Super Nintendo? Or Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy, known as Mystic Quest in the European territories, because I've played both. Final Fantasy Adventure on Game Boy is actually my favorite Game Boy game, so there's a fun fact. Mystic Quest, though, the Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Seiken Densetsu 1? Yes, absolutely. One of my favorite Game Boy games. I really like that game. Oh, great, it's one of these purple ones that takes out doors. I just realized I was... That's another game that wouldn't exist without this one, for the record, because that game was obviously super inspired by Legend of Zelda. I had no way out of that one. And Legend of Zelda was inspired by this. The Metalk remind... Ooh. Ooh, you're right. That's probably intentional, honestly. Oh, I love that game so much. Okay. Oh, of course, they placed the key all the way on the other side of the fucking fort this time. Because nothing can ever be simple in my life. Alright. We have the Dragon Potion. Okay, this one's a little tricky, but I can do this. Just gotta draw my sword as I approach the knight and pass through him. Oh, this is the first floor of the dragon, and they dropped the dragon right by the door. What the hell? That's not very nice at all. There we go. I saw the second use of that. Oh, thank goodness the dragon is not near the door. Nice. Alright, touch the right and left outer walls. Fuck! Stupid Silver Knight. Ooh. Let's keep going. Damn it! You kidding me? Whew. Okay, I'm the complete center of the dungeon, so I'll take that. There we go. Alright. We have to warp the ghost 5 times to make this one show up, and we need this potion to unlock the chest on floor 18. So this is not optional. There we go. The ghost warped himself. Alright, now we got the Dragon Slayer. We just have to not touch any of the outside walls for 8 to 12 seconds. Picking up the Dragon Slayer, that's another... Alright, they spawned me right there near the wall, so we'll just see if I can make it pop up without me being near the wall then. Okay, there it is. Here we go! We got the Dragon Slayer! Nice! Next we get the Book of Light. We have to open the door, then wait a few seconds, so... This was a little... Oh! Oh, that's not bad. They did spawn me near the, dragon, sure. Druaga eating the tower. We're currently at floor 19. We've kind of made our progress back from the last time we were playing this. Game's not making it any easier, though. That is not the Druaga way. Oh my gosh. The game was like, allow me to demonstrate once again. Oh! Do not touch me, dragon. Fuck. That was very close. There we go, we open the door. There's the treasure chest. Come on. We got this. We did it. Floor 20. We can open the door without defeating any enemies here, but it's not too much of a thing. Fuck! It was right there, too. My consent was not a factor. It never is. We're on floor 20. So that's like what, 30 more floors to go? I don't remember. Well, no, that would be floor 30 for 30 more. Point is, we're making progress.
And this is the point where you realize Card Hug is one of those games that just reset after you finish it. You're playing forever.
No, if I beat the 60th floor, that means I win. Fuck! Damn it! Here we go again. This isn't even a potion I actually need. This is just a potion that increases my total energy for the floor I'm on. Now pick it up though, it's a flex. Shuddy.
No, I don't think I will.
Shuddy. There we go. Alright, floor 21. What's next? What sort of torture am I going to be brought to this time? Stand still for 5 to 10 seconds. That... There we go, I just got the ring that lets me pass through the blue wisps unharmed. That's good. That's a really good item to have. This is a treasure you absolutely want at all costs. Now let's get the fuck out of here. Alright, floor 22. Potion drain. We don't want this one. So just go get the key and then get the hell out. I'm going to ignore that dragon. Thankfully, I put the key in a very advantageous spot. Okay, now floor 23. Defeat every wizard before defeating any blue slimes. I think this is the one we got caught up on last time. Yeah, this is the one I got caught up on. This one's gonna be ridiculous. Fuck. We're gonna be on this floor for a bit. I can already tell you that. Ugh. Defeat every wizard before I defeat a slime. Come on. Fuck were you thinking, Namco?
Make the most challenging man.
And we need the this is not an optional item either. The Bible is an important item to pick up in this game. Well, I can't draw my sword fast enough when they're in there. That's the problem. If I picked up an item that would increase my sword swing. See? Well, no. Can't kill those slimes. Can't kill the slimes. Have to kill all the wizards before I can kill any slimes. This is one of those how did anybody figure this out back in the day things. Like, what crazy person figured this one out? Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it. Okay. Fucking seriously? You know what? We got the book already, so I don't have to do any of that stupid shit again. That was hilarious. Yes, I finally did it! Slime from off screen. You know what this game just did? If you've seen this YouTube video, you'll probably remember until I say it. You know what this game just did? Boy, did I just catch you having fun? Like, can you deny that's not what this game just did? Like me, I did it! Ha ha ha! Yeah. Did I just catch you having fun? That was sheer dumb luck to block that spell. Alright, we got the Bible. Floor 24. Swing the sword at the starting point. Okay, cool. That's an easy one. There we go. That was easy. Floor 25 doesn't... Huh? Does floor 25 have a treasure chest? I see... Hold on, the guide... Yeah, treasure none, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. That's interesting. So it gives me a, Okay, so that's giving me a break. Let's just get out of here. What sort of monsters am I dealing with on this floor? A roper? What the hell? That's a new monster. What does that do? I don't remember what that one does. I don't remember the ropers in this. Also, the roper looks suspiciously similar to a couple of different Zelda enemies. Y'all should check this out once I see one. Hold on, I gotta go back and see what these monsters do. Let me see. Slimes, basic enemies. Knights. Alright. Magicians. Ghosts. Dragons. Yeah. Will-o-wisps. Ropers. Okay. Like dragons, ropers won't kill you if you don't draw your swords. However, they will also zap your energy down to 1, making it impossible to fight them or any knights and dragons. If your sword is drawn, they can finish you off, by defeating a roper, Gil can regain some energy. However, Gil must be holding Dragon Slayer or a sword stronger in order to defeat them. In arcade version only. Okay. So I should be able to kill these things then, right? Because I have the Dragon Slayer. They help me regain some energy for doing that. So, yeah, brand new enemy type on this floor. Here we go. Did not mean to use my pickaxe there. Fuck. Stay tuned, shitheads. It's time for the ropers. There it is, down there. And boy, that looks familiar to some other enemies we've seen in other games. Alright, floor 26. Collect the key, then defeat a wizard. Okay, so I have to... Okay. Thank you for the thank you for the clip, Jagos. Okay. So I have to get the key, then kill a wizard. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Well, they're making my life kind of easy by doing that. Oh my gosh. Give me that. Thank you. Magic Gauntlet allows Gil to draw a sword much quicker than before. If you did not collect the balance, treasure will contain the evil gauntlet and prevent you from drawing your sword, which must never be picked up. You lose it when you're zapped to a lower floor. We're trying not to get zapped to a lower floor. Oh my gosh. This is gonna make killing wizards so much easier. Alright. Floor 27. Necklace will allow... okay, yes. Fire. Spells themselves unless blocked will still catch... okay. Cross paths with a blue... okay. Come here.
Eight 1,000 deaths.
Let's try that again. What? There it is. Alright, I keep going up. This is a good run. Yeah, alright, so we're safe from fire now. That's good. Floor 28. About this book, the real door won't appear on floor 29. Okay, won't be visible, so you have animals to advance to floor 31. Okay, stand on the door and draw the sword. So, can't pick up the key till after I've done this. Damn it. Come on, Gil. I did not. Where's the treasure? No, where'd the treasure go? Okay. It's problematic. It's floor 28, right? Yeah, it has the same. It has the right collection of things. It says stand on the door and draw the sword. So why is that not working? There's no mean use my pickaxe there. Well, there it is. Okay, cool. Fuck. What stage we on? Floor 28. And we just got the treasure on this floor, so we should be good to just escape to the next level. Alright, floor 29. What? Okay. Okay, spin the joystick clockwise 3 times in this order. Okay, so... how am I supposed to do that in this situation? So, it's... up, right, down, left. Okay. This is gonna be This is gonna be tricky. I have to spin the joystick clockwise 3 times. Alright, we got it. Awesome. Alright. Final Atomic Buster and a half. We're to floor 30, guys. We're halfway through the game. Okay, we need this potion of unlock. Walk over point A or point B 3 times. You walk over point A. It appears you must walk up and down to get it to work. Okay. Okay. So, like this. Uh-oh. Damn it. I'm indeed going, how are they supposed to figure that out? Music changes. Music changes on floors where the dragon is. So if there's a dragon on the floor, you'll immediately know because it starts playing the dragon music. So I'll try, That's not correct. I must go over to point B then. Which is... right here. Did that do it? How's this gonna work? We're gonna figure this out. Also, yes, I was walking through fire there. I got a good weapon. There it is. Gil Crispy, seriously. Alright. 431. I'm just praying I don't break my pickaxe. Okay. Pearl, this precious stone has the power to stop dragons in their track. And prevent them from moving out the floor when you are near. Press the start button? Yeah, okay, I did that completely by accident. They were not kidding about literally trying everything. But yeah, there we go. Watch, I'll show it again. I'll show it again. Watch. Although here start pauses, but yeah. Okay, we already have the pearl, I guess, so it's fine. But yeah. I did that one by complete accident. Motherfucker. Give me the key, damn it. We're just passing through. Really? This fucking game. Alright, floor 31. Floor 32. Draw the sword twice in quick succession. It takes a little time. You should visibly see the sword get drawn and put away twice. Okay, hold on. There we go. Floor 33. Pass through the silver dragon. Okay, best shield in the dragon. Okay. Hyper shield. Best shield in the game. No other shield can match the shield's ability to block the evil spells of magicians. The treasure will be the evil shield. The balance is not collected. Okay, cool. So we just gotta pass through the dragon. That is actually not the hardest thing in the world. Here we go. No fear. Because the dragons won't kill you if you don't have your sword drawn. Although their flames will still kill you, so... You know. Do we get the key? Oh, the key's right down there. Excellent. Alright. Floor 34! Defeat one particular knight. The correct one is random. Okay. Sniped by a wizard right off the bat. Oh, cool. Nice. Alright, floor 35. Potion of energy drain. We don't gotta worry about this one. We just gotta get the key and get out. Fuck! Continuing on.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Indeed. Alright, floor 35. I don't need the treasure on this floor, so literally I just need to go get the key and get out. Awesome. Alright, floor 36. Pass through a flame. Okay. I can do that. Because I have the item that lets me do that. So I just gotta wait for some wizard to cast a flame and then I can walk through it. Worth remembering, the arcade game doesn't tell you what the items do either. Players had to figure out what each item was for, too. This game has very many cryptic puzzles. So players picked up that red necklace, had no idea they could walk through fire until they found that out for themselves. Alright. So we got the scales. Now it's time for... Okay, defeat both ghosts, then cross paths with a roper? How'd you kill ghosts? Hold on. Okay, ghosts cannot kill by touching him, which is just as well, seeing as can't. They kill Gil by casting spells at him, corrupt through walls. These way to defeat ghosts, wait for it to pass through you, then chase it with your sword drawn. You continually inflict damage till it disappears. So you chase them, okay. So it takes a while to kill them. Okay. Okay. Ha ha, by eating them. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. And my phone is telling me it's time to take the trash to the curb. Stop that. Oh, man. Okay. Well, okay. If to defeat both ghosts, then pass through a roper. Shouldn't be the worst thing in the world to figure out. Just a second. All right. All right, that was easier than I thought it would be. Whoa, that was close. Those things will kill me. Fuck. Where's the other one? Guess it's dead. Alright. Yes, it was. Okay. We got the helmet. Next floor. Alright, green crystal rod. Block a spell from a wizard with your sword drawn. Oh man. They want me to... Alright, there we go. That's tricky. Fuck. You have the privilege to continue this battle. That is... yes. That is how this game treats you. Alright. Green crystal rod obtained. Floor 39. Okay. Down twice. Okay, up twice, then down 5 times. That's weird. This is good, though. Okay, so... fuck. The Will-O-Wisps no longer affect me. It's time to escape. Perfect. We are now at floor 40. All the shit for a 1cc. I know there are people who've done it. Potion of Death. We do not want this one. So just collect the key and get out of here. Alright guys, floor 41. We're getting there. Okay, this is the Potion of Cure. We don't need this one. Just gotta get out. The game has made it pretty easy for us to do it this time. Nice. Floor 42! Sapphire Mace. This mace only serves as a trophy. Normally it has no effect. Does not need to collect a ruby mace. There's first tickets to this. Okay. So hold on. Pass through a will-o-wisp, pick up a key, then pass through a will-o-wisp one more. Okay. Well, apparently we don't necessarily need this. Apparently. Apparently in another tower it's important, but here we don't necessarily need it. So I guess if I get it, it'll be fine, but I'm not particularly concerned with getting this one. Oh my gosh, floor 42. We're at the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Okay. Wait, what? Those things aren't supposed to kill me anymore. So yeah, that's not important for clearing this floor, right? Energy drain potion, I don't need this one. Floor 44! Balance. I need this one to get the next weapon. Classic Namco game Karnov. Hey dude, look it up. Namco published the NES game. They published the NES version of Karnov in Japan. So I was not mistaken in putting that game in that collection. Alright. Yeah, I know. Magicians. Oh, this fucking floor. I remember this floor now. You have to defeat the magicians on this floor in a specific order. Gray wizard, purple wizard, green wizard, orange wizard. The knights are irrelevant. We need to do this to get the balance on this floor that will give us the ability to unlock the next floor. This is one of the most difficult floors in my memory. There's one thing that will make this easier, and it's that we've got the faster sword now, so we should be able to block a spell and then quickly kill a wizard. Still, this one's gonna take a while. Damn it. Alright, next is the purple wizard. Do we need purple kill a wizard must be brought low. And I got sniped by them. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go on a quick break here. We'll be right back. And we'll keep trying to do this particular stage, which is gonna be a pain in the ass, so. Glad I'm still alive. Hey, I'm enjoying this, man. That said, I need to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back. So, you know what that means? It's time for one of those patented commercial mid-rolls. Let's get that started. I don't need to run this screen again. Come on. I never remember to turn that off. Okay, now, turn on the be right back message, and turn on the sound on the commercial. Alright, I'm back. And, while I was on break, I had a movie come in. A friend of mine bought me something that he wants me to watch. Dead Poet Society. Yeah, it's cool. I will probably watch that at some point in the near future. I actually just watched Karate Kid with Falco and the boys the other night. Falco was kind of down in the dumps, so I wanted to cheer him up, and Karate Kid seemed like the right movie to do that. And, yeah, it worked. We're gonna have to watch Karate Kid 2 at some point, because that's my favorite one in the series. Anyway, back to the bullshit of Druaga. Which one do you think, Billy? What did I just say? This is like when I talked about Terminator, and I started off by saying I've only seen the first two. I started off by saying that, and then after I finished talking about my thoughts on the films, you immediately asked, so what do you think of Terminator 3? Like, sheesh. Anyway, we have to defeat the magicians in order, so should be easier now that I have my gauntlet. Lets me draw my sword faster. Fuck. The Karate Kid anime series. Haven't watched it, and you've definitely asked that question before. Alright, floor 44, let's try this again. Oh, you're gonna start me off on the bottom of the maze this time. Awesome. This one's gonna be a pain in the ass. Because it's not just killing the wizards, it's killing the wizards in a certain order. Just in case anybody doubted that Hydlide was inspired by this too. Because there are definitely some puzzles in Hydlide that match this level of stupidity. Although maybe saying Hydlide, they love you long time. Okay, here we go again. You have to kill the gray wizard first, then the purple wizard. Then you kill... Yeah, I have the order over here. I'll check it after. Ah! Gray wizard, purple wizard, green wizard, orange wizard. That's the order I have to kill them in. Oof. Okay, we got him. Purple wizard next. Green wizard. Fuck! We almost had him, too. Okay, now purple wizard. Fuck!
Dicks! You're all dicks!
Yes. That is correct. Here we go again. Floor 44.
Get angry. You hate my guts, don't you? Get mad. Get mad. Get mad. Get mad. Get so mad. It drives you mad.
Green with purple wizard protecting himself. That red knight's coming here to make things difficult. Yes, the wizards are assholes. Wizards are usually assholes. They're better than us because they all know magic. You gotta remember, each of the wizards has, like, each of the different colored wizards has a different magic effect. The purple ones are the basic ones. The gray ones destroy walls with their magic shots. The green ones produce a fire effect, but at least I'm immune to the fire effect now. And then there's the orange ones. The orange ones can shoot through walls, as you've just seen. And I have to kill these assholes in a very specific order in order to make the treasure chest appear on this floor. And just think, once I beat this one, guys, I'm gonna have to start working on the sequel. Oh, but the sequel, The Return of Ishtar, I can't do that one alone. That game's not built to be a single-player game. Which means I must officially drag somebody else into the craziness with me. Damn it! I nearly had him! I guess I must drag someone else into the craziness with me. He has his headphones in. He can't hear me. Alright, I have to kill the orange wizard. There we go! Ha ha! There we go, guys! Doesn't know what he's in for. Okay, floor 45. The Excalibur is the best sword in the game. This sword does in fact increase your strength. However, the treasure is locked with a magical spell. Should you attempt to open the treasure chest, hold on, let me see here. Should you attempt to open the magical chest without the antidote, the timer will count down much faster, which gives you less time to complete the floor. If you have not obtained the balance, the treasure will contain the evil sword, which will do minimal damage to enemies and avoid obtaining it. The true hidden treasure is the antidote. Defeat the knights as they are listed above. There's a red knight on the floor, but it isn't necessary to defeat it. Alright, so I have to defeat these knights in this order. Alright, here we go. Just jumps up after a stage. Well, it's because I'm reclaiming my previous score. Like from my last game over. If you beat the stage, you get your highest score back. That's what it is. Like, if you look, my highest score matches. Like, they want you to keep plumping quarters in and continue playing. Alright, so I have to defeat the Lizard Man, then the High Power Knight, then that, then black, then blue, then red. Okay. The first thing, we have to kill the Lizard Man. He's over there. Oh shit. This is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be tricky. Because they're all over the place and they'll all lock onto me. Alright, there's the Lizard Man. We gotta keep an eye on him. The Red Knight is irrelevant. Damn it! Well, nope. Okay, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Not as frustrating as the wizards were, but... Why the hell would you place them all in order like that? What? I don't know how I died there. Okay, floor 45. Okay. Lizard Man first. We have to kill the Lizard Man. Where is he? Silver Knight. Okay, Lizard Man is right there. Okay, next we have to kill the High Power Knight. Okay, now the Silver Knight, who is easily the biggest asshole on the floor. Where is he? There he is. Okay, now the Black Knight. Where's that Blue Knight? Where is he? hold on. Okay, hold on. Ah, we ran out of time. Damn it. Well, okay, we got the sword though, so we don't have to do this again. Of course, I should also check and make sure I still have my pickaxe, because I'm gonna hope I was just not touching the wall. Okay, cool. Still have our pickaxe, so we're still on track to beat the game. Alright, that's floor 45. Floor 46. Blue necklace. Head to any outer wall, walk through all 4 corners, return to outer wall where you started. Okay, that's something else. Alright, so we have to return back to that outer wall after we walk across all the outer walls. Fuck! This is gonna be something else. We got the Excalibur, so we're on track. We're on track. Damn it! Why didn't it work? It says walk through all 4 corners. There it is. Okay, I guess I just didn't walk through that corner properly. Alright. Like I named the Ghost Pepper Turbo Flip. It reminds me of the way the Fragars are in Dig Dug. Potion of Unlock. We need this. We just have to defeat, we have to... Whoops, shit. We have to defeat a Roper. Okay. Here we go again. This is kind of cool, though, because we can see how many floors we made it up, you know? Floor 47? Making it. Oh, how the fuck was I supposed to make it out of that? Ah! Could have made it appear. Awesome. Oh wait, no, I didn't have to do that. Because the thing it unlocks on floor... This one unlocks something on floor 49. And it's a harmful potion, so I don't even need it. So, yeah. So, no, floor 48, though. Walk through all 4 corners again. Okay. Walk through all 4 corners, it says. Alright, we got the red crystal rod. Should be home free on this stage. It's next to floor 49, which is a harmful potion, so all we have to do is... Hell? We just saw that image shift. I was distracted by it. Okay, whatever. We have the treasure arch, so I can just make it a beeline for the exit. Here we go. All of Q. Alright. Should we go find that key? Somewhere around here. Alright, floor 49 is harmful, so we just gotta collect the key and get out of here. Then, I'm not gonna bother with the next one because that's just an energy collection potion, and that'll beat it. Damn it! We're gonna get there though. US Savalu worked in Maine. That's one of the Zevia sequels, right? Savalu. Anyway. Here we go. Well, if MAME things break sometimes, annoying as that is. Are you kidding me? The key is right there. Come on. The wizards all over this floor make you very hesitant to get your sword out. Because blocking wizard spells with your sword out is super difficult. Damn it! This dog saying that. Are you kidding me? There we go. Eat shit. This one, to get this final potion of power, you have to walk along all of the outer walls, which... Yeah, how exactly do you expect me to do that in this sort of maze? Luckily, this is just an energy potion, and I've collected several of those already, so... Alright, guys, we're on to floor 51. We are 9 floors away from the end of the game. Alright, the last balance we are required to collect. Press and hold any one direction for 9 to 10 seconds. Come on, how's that not it? On floor 51. So press and hold any direction for 9 to 10 seconds. There it is. Okay, cool. Here we go. Floor 52. Alright, the hyper armor. We destroy 4 walls. Okay. That's why you need the pickaxe we have here. So destroy 4 walls. This blue lined armor is so powerful that it'll make Gil defend himself against the evil demon Druaga. It's also capable of absorbing 1 spell per floor without the shield or sword drawn. However, it will also deplete Gil's energy and cannot defeat enemies to take more than 1 hit, including dragons. As attempting to attack them after the spell is absorbed, will kill instantly. Okay. Okay, cool. So, destroy 4 walls. Damn it. Back. You like to try Hydlide? You probably hate it. Try to play one of the original versions. Don't play the NES version. There are other versions of that game to play that you should look into. Do some research, okay? Here we go. Destroy 4 walls. Come on. There's also a video Basement Brothers just put out that does a good job of highlighting the good parts of Hydlide. Fuck you. Stupid game. Okay. Come on! I'm just trying to kill 4 walls. There, we have the armor. I didn't grab the key. There we go, we have the armor. Unlock potion. Walk to point A. Okay, that's a little weird, but let's do this. Okay. So point A and B is... I have to go over that way. Okay, I see it. There we go. Once again, how would you guys do that? Who knows? However, we needed that potion, so we have it. Okay. Floor 54, okay. So floor 54. Walk to point A facing south. Okay, so that's over there. Damn it! That was it, wasn't it? Damn it! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Floor 54. Have to get to that point on the map facing south. Okay. And those will-o-wisps cannot hurt me anymore. We are completely invulnerable thanks to this blue ring. Alright then. Now we just find the way out. Here we go. Floor 55. Empty chest. No need to bother with this one. It says to walk one square away from the, and then just, yeah. Anyway, let's not worry about it. We've got a bunch of these orange wizards here. These orange wizards are gonna make it hard enough to go get the key as it is. Damn it! Of course, they placed the key all the way on the other end. Rolling Thunder Famicom, it's good. Yeah, it's also different from the NES version, which is also pretty good. Rolling Thunder is cool. I've always liked Rolling Thunder. Of course, you place it down there. Come on. It's hard. Oh yeah, Rolling Thunder is not easy. Fuck! Come on! Looks like the next floor is also empty, so these are just like challenge rooms. So here we go. Come on. There we go. 456. This is another floor full of bullshit, so we just have to find the key. Okay, floor 57. Fake blue crystal rod. The fake blue crystal rod is obtained when the player collects, what is that? Hold on, let me see here. The fake blue crystal rod is obtained when the player collects... What's that? The succubus? Hold on. That's a familiar. Okay, so a few seconds after obtaining the item, as long as they do not exit the floor immediately, player loses 1 gil. Okay. Player manages to exit the floor quickly. They will not lose life on subsequent floors. We can still kill gil immediately on contact. Contacting what? Okay, Druaga. Right, okay, so we don't want to collect that. Okay. Anyway, by trading the Sapphire Mace for the Remace, you'll possess power to defeat the final dragon. Okay. Pass through the door to turn that into the fake Ishtar. Defeat that and the Lizard Man. Okay. Oops. I don't want the key yet. I need to go find the door. Okay, that looks like Ishtar, but it's not her, so I have to go kill that one. Okay, killed the succubus. Now we just get... Okay. That was almost too easy. 458. Blue Crystal Rod. This is required to defeat Druaga. If you do not collect it, you'll be unable to defeat Druaga on the next floor, turning from inventing to floor 60. Walk through points in order A, B, C. Okay. That's a little tricky, but I'll do it. Let's see, what exactly am I looking for here? It's down there, okay. So this should be point A. Means point C is down there. So point B is up here. Okay. Yep, there's the treasure chest. Okay. There we go, we have the Blue Crystal Rod. We are so close to beating this game, guys. Here we go, guys. I think we're gonna kill Druaga, guys. There is no treasure, but here we go. Let's read what this says. There are... Okay. There are 4 Druagas. I think that's what this is. What are these? There are 4 high power knights. Okay. We must beat the one that's faster. Okay, then, okay. We have to defeat him before that, or we'll get zapped to a lower floor. Okay, so. Alright, let's do it. $59, baby. We have to kill Druaga. You ready? And it's actually kind of a puzzle boss fight, so we gotta look for the slightly fat... Oh, he's up there. That's the one I gotta kill. Oh no, my pickaxe isn't working. Okay. Okay. That makes this a little tricky, but we're at the end, so we should be fine. He's right there. That's the one I gotta kill. Fuck! Stupid wizards. Damn it. Nope, okay. Damn. Damn it, okay, nope, we're dead already. Yeah, if our hyper armor goes down, we don't get a chance to kill them. So I think first I should kill those two, wizards, because otherwise it's going to be way too hard to kill the other wizards in the later part. We're so close, guys. We can do this. We can do this. Alright, now I gotta find the slightly faster knight. Damn it! Well, we already lost. Yep. Damn it. I have a good strategy, though. Kill the two wizards, then kill that. Ah. There goes my phone. I'll get that later. damn it. Oh, okay, we're dead already. Again, if we let that hit happen, it's already over. Alright. Gotta look for the fast knight. There he is. Fuck! This is the final boss battle, just for the record. This would be the, this would be... Fuck, well, we're already done. We're already gone. This would be the, fight or run moment. Fight or run. Oh, come on, Aiden. Nothing. Oh, already done. Okay. They're laying brickwork into the ground instead of the walls. To be fair, it's a fairly abstract representation of a maze. Oh, of course they placed them both up there. Ah, fuck. Well, damn it. I really want to take this down. Oh, this is a problem. Well, okay, we're already dead. Okay, we just gotta kill the dragon. Alright, now Druaga appears. You must be very careful. We did it! Fuck! And I'm killed by a knight! That was so close! Oh, omae mo shinderu. That's actually in there. That's one of our commands. You can use it. We have a command titled, Already Dead. We did it! Fuck. Yes, that's about right.
What?
I love that redeem because it combines Futurama and Fist of the North Star. It's one of my best edits, frankly. Second 8 will be Tower of Druaga. I'd be down for it. My introduction to Tower of Druaga, though I didn't know it at the time, was Sophie Tia having a bonus costume in Soul Calibur 2 that made her look like Kai. from the series, so kind of cool to be able to link myself back to that. Oh, what? Alright, we got wizards out of the way. Nope, that was not the correct wizard. Fuck. Getting there. We beat him once, we can beat him again. Also, I think we fucked up. I think we didn't block that fast enough. Oh, we did. Okay. Shit. Nope. Ugh. I have to be very careful on that continue, by the way. I have to make sure I'm holding on the action button the whole time. Oh, come on, we can do this. We can do this. Fuck. Oh, that's Green Legend Ron up on the TV. Green Legend Ron is awesome. High recommendation on that one. Fuck. This is not a good spawn point on this floor. This is really bad. But yeah, you guys should watch the Green Legend Ron if you haven't yet. It's a good watch. No! 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 No!
Dicks! You're all
No! No!
You are all weirdos. Ugh.
Well, that's... today's stream ends in a defeat. That's an unequivocal defeat right there. Fuck. I don't have it in me to do another run of that today. Oh, that hurts. That actually hurts. I don't even know what I was so busy running away from the knights that I must have accidentally picked up the key. Oh, man. Guys, I can't stress how close we were to the end. What you gotta do is you have to do that boss fight against Druaga, which you'll notice we did that. We did the battle. Oh, why'd it freeze? Work, damn it. Work. Ah. Good lord. So, what you gotta do, if my stream completely cooperate for a second, what you gotta do is you have to kill that fast-moving knight, which spawns those 4 wizards. One of those 4 wizards is the real wizard, and you kill him, and that spawns the dragon. After you kill the dragon, Druaga will appear. And Druaga, you have to kill the way you saw me do that there. He has wizard spells, which if those hit you, you will lose your hyper armor, which means you're gonna die immediately. He also moves really fast, as you saw, and can teleport, so hard fight. We beat him once. The problem is that other knight came up behind us and just stole our win there. That should have been our victory. But yeah, to answer what happened there, since Billy at least seems confused, if you go through the exit door before you kill Druaga, it zaps you back to floor... It says floor 60 here. We went all the way back to floor 11. So, yeah, we got royally screwed over there. Here. And then on floor 60. Floor 60, there's steps you must do. You must walk to the first point and collect Ishtar. Then you walk down there to set the green crystal rod. Walk up to this point to set the red crystal rod. Down there to turn the stone into Kai. And then... Yeah, here's the other problem, by the way. You have to do... You have to do this all without dying. And there's a timer here, basically. So that's what you gotta worry about here. Anyway. If you do lose on this floor, you'll also get zapped to a lower floor and lose your items, so... Yeah. Sword drawn, breaking... Yeah. So yeah, there's a few things you can do over on that final floor to lose the game, but we were right there, guys. That was the closest I've ever gotten to finishing this game. We're gonna have to do this again. I will finish this game on one of these streams. We'll find out when I feel like doing that again some other time. I do want to show the Valkyrie games at some point, because those are really cool. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it for tonight. Like, in case you guys can't tell, that was thoroughly demoralizing. Like, ouch. I have no better way to explain how that felt other than ouch. Anyway, this was fun. Thank you all for joining me. We got so close. We have to do this again. We have to finish this game. This game has been on my to-do list for a while, and the fact that that happened right there at that end, that's so demotivating, but I still want to jump back in and try it again when we have more time. It is 11:30 p.m. though, so it is about time for me to wrap up. We've been live for about 4 hours, so this has been fun. I believe Grant just went live a short while ago. Yeah, about 37 minutes ago, with some more of his playthrough of Chrono Trigger, which he just started. So that's gonna be cool. We're gonna be going from a classic, foundational RPG game to one of the all-time greats. So that should be a fun jump, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump us over to Neon Arcade. Shag will never be defeated. I never admit defeat. I'm too stupid for that. But let's go check out some Chrono Trigger over at Neon Arcade. And I will get out of here. Once again, I'm going to do a shameless self-promotion. If you like this song that's playing right now, it's a cover of Tifa's theme from Final Fantasy VII that I did using PC-98 samples to make it sound like a PC-98 cover of Final Fantasy VII's music. And I did that specifically because of a cool piece of art I saw on Twitter. And if you go on YouTube and go to Quinn Michael, that's my channel. I don't know. Maybe I should post a link to it. I don't know. That's probably the smart idea, is posting a link to this. Hold on. Let me go get the link to this song. Man, I wish I could have actually beaten the game. That would have been nice if I could have actually finished it. But that'll have to happen on another stream. I don't know if I'll feel like going back to this in the next stream, because that was a lot of effort to get just absolutely destroyed on at the end there, but I could see myself going for some Valkyrie no Boken next time. That could be fun. Anyway. Yeah, so if you all want to see that that song, here's the link to it. You can go ahead and tab that. I just started the raid over to... No, I didn't. The raid did not work. You have a similar relationship with Toe Jam and Earl. Cheating ass game. I think we all have that sort of game. Anyway, let me try setting that raid again, because apparently I did that wrong. Here we go. There we go. Now the raid's going, which means it's time for me to say my piece and get out of here for the night. So, thank you everybody for watching me try to conquer the Tower of Druaga. We'll take this game down yet. I'm not done with you, Druaga. We will have our vengeance. However, for now, it is time for me to bid you a good night. This has been Quinn Michael from Shaggy Troll Studios, Channel 14, WNBI TV. We're high on Retro Junk, and like it or not, I'll be back next time. Good night, everyone. How do I run those outros again? Where is it? Where's the buttons I need? There they are. Turn off theme. Turn on outro. Turn on pro piracy message. You're still here? It's over.